Magandang umaga, Malacañang Press Corps. Makakasama natin ngayon si Undersecretary at Officer in Charge ng Office of the Press Secretary, Attorney Cheloy Velicaria Garafil, para ipakilala ang ating mga panuhin ngayong araw. Ma'am.
Magandang umaga, members of the Malacañang Press Corps. Natutuwa kami na kasama natin ngayong umaga ang isang member ng cabinet at ang ating PNP chief. So, umpisahan natin. Welcome, sir. Department of Information and Communications Technology Secretary Ivan Jan Uy and PNP Chief General Rodolfo Azurin Jr. So, para maayos lang, unahin muna natin kasi may mga exciting na balita si Secretary Ivan Ur para sa ating lahat. Secretary?
Ay, magandang umaga. Well, nag-report ako kahapon, no? During the cabinet meeting to the President na nanggaling kami nung weekend sa tatlong isla sa Southern Philippines. Ito po ay sa island ng Sakol, ng Pangapuyan, at ng Tigtabon. Nandiyan ba yung Google Earth?
Yes, sir.
Paki-type ang Sakol Island.
Sakul.
Sakol. S-A-C-O-L.
S-A-C-O-L.
Okay. So, dyan, no? Mapa ng ano, ayan. That's Sakol Island. It's in one of the remote islands down south in Mindanao. It's part of Zamboanga. And it has a population of 12,000. So, ang ginawa po namin, kinapitan po namin ng Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, under the broadband ng MASA project ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Ito po ay katuparan ng pangako ni President Bongbong na abutin natin ang mga liblibang lugar sa buong bansa at we thought it would be best to start from the farthest and at least the most remote areas in the country, and this is in the southern part of the south, one of the southern part of Mindanao, no? That's very near already Jolo and Sulu Islands, as well as near Basilan Island. Actually, last month, we also installed in Basilan, in the cities of Lamitan and Santiago. So, ang population po dito sa Sapol Island is 12,000. And most of them are Yakan and Tausug communities. Do we have some pictures? Ayan. That's where we were this weekend. Most the islands are in stilts. Stilt houses. It is the first time, no, for the community to ever experience internet connectivity, and we were. Can we see the photos? Can we have some of the photos? Videos lang. Okay.
Magandang ilabas to mga
So
kababayan.
ayan, it's only accessible
yung mga improvement ng Pangulong
via
Bongbong
motorcycle,
Marcos,
habal-habal.
Habal-habal po. Malacañang press briefing ngayon umaga.
Either that or 3 oras na mag-hike kami, no? Paakyat sa bundok. Safety po, naka-helmet ako.
Ito mga kababayan.
So, they had to secure the island.
Free Wi-Fi sa lahat ng mga
because,
kababayan
well, of course,
natin na
it's
nakakabot.
not
Ito yung
exactly
plano ng Pangulong
the
Bongbong
safest
sa,
place in the world. And
digitalization
I'm happy to be
ng
back
kanyang,
here with
administrasyon
my
Bongbong
head
Marcos,
intact.
mga kababayan. Kung kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo mga kababayan?
But they were
Supportahan
very
natin
happy,
ang
no?
ating gobyerno
Yung lugar na yan,
nang sa ganon ay
absolutely
kanyang
walang
yung dapat na
smart
maabot ng mga
signal,
kababayan
walang
natin.
globe
Biruin
signal,
nyo,
walang dito
panahon lang ni
signal.
Pangulong Bongbong
But
Marcos,
today,
meron na
meron
tayong
na silang Viber,
free Wi-Fi sa mga
meron
katutubong
silang
sa Mindanao.
Zoom,
mga
Meron
kababayan,
silang,
at susunod-sunodin pa ito sa lahat ng mga isolated na lugar. Nang sa ganun,
Facebook,
hindi na sila
at may
makaabot
TikTok
ng
na.
kung ano-anong misinformation.
That's my daughter.
Updated na sila sa ating gobyerno, mga kababayan. Salamat po, Secretary Ivan
Oo.
John Uy.
So, tuwang-tuwa
Department of
sila, no?
Information and
Dati po
Communications
kasi,
Technology.
they have to
Please
take
don't
a
forget to like
200
this live
peso
streaming.
bangka
I-share
ride
natin sa lahat ng mga
from
Pilipino,
that
mga
island
kababayan
to
ko.
Zamboanga
Salamat po.
City in order to attend classes or in order to speak to their relatives abroad. Kasi sa Zamboanga City lang may signal para makakonect sila. So, magba-Viber. At ang nakakatuwa dito is, nung nag-install na kami, nung araw na yun po, yung barangay captain nagpadala ng picture sa akin na ang mga residents doon, normally kasi mga alas 6 pa lang natutulog na yan dahil walang kuryente. So, as soon as the sun sets, they use candles and ano. So, they have to sleep very early. So, at that time, alas 9 na ng gabi, lahat sila nakakumpul-kumpul sa paaralan. Kasi doon may signal at lahat sila nakababad sa kanilang mga cellphone. At nag-check siguro ng Facebook nila or kausap yung mga kamag-anak nila. And there was one mother who was napaiyak, no, dahil finally daw nakakausap niya yung anak niya na nagtatrabaho sa Middle East at hindi na siya kailangang mag-antay pa na makaipon ng pera upang makabiyahe sa Zamboanga City para lang makausap siya at makakonect sa Viber. Dahil dyan sa kinabit natin na technology and Wi-Fi, nakakausap na nila at any time. At any time, despite walang cellphone signal. Ito po'y bayanihan dahil nagawa lang po natin ito dahil through the cooperation of many groups, no? Tumulong at ang nag-request po dito is si Majority Floor Leader, si Manix Delipe, dahil sakop po niya itong island na ito sa Zamboanga. So, and then kumuha kami ng tore at yung mga residents na po doon ang mismong nag-install. So, nagpadala na kami ng engineers upang mag-guide sila. Sila na po tabas ng mga damo, naglinis ng mga lugar at naghukay upang mailagay yung poste at ma-set yung poste doon. Tapos ang engineers namin ang nagkumabit ng mga transmitters at mga receivers. This island is about 16 kilometers away from Zamboanga City. Basilan is about 32 kilometers away from Zamboanga City. So these are the activities that we've done for the past month in line with the President's directives to start connecting the remote isolated communities all over the country. And so I found it fit that for these families ito po ay fulfillment, no, ng pangako ni President BBM na maiparating sa kanila ang teknolohiya at ang connectivity ng internet. So a promise fulfilled within 100 days of the President's term. Thank you po.
Thank you, Secretary Ivan. Thank you for that wonderful news na binigay mo sa amin. We will entertain. If you have questions, please ask now.
Creseline Catarong, SMNI.
Good morning po, Secretary Uy. Regarding po sa SIM card registration po, kasama po ba ang mga SIM cards na for roaming sa pag-register? Dahil isa po ito sa concern ng mga OFWs na may online transaction po.
Opo, no. All SIM cards that are purchased, that are connected to our telcos will be part of the SIM card registration. So ang mangyayari po, if they are out of the country, they will receive a text message from the telco themselves na okay, please go to this site or open the app. Most of the telcos already have their own app apps. So nasa app nyo na. So log into those app and sign in to just to verify your identity. In most cases kasi, I think those app only has your name and your phone number. Wala pang mga detalye. Although others, I think I've seen, meron. They require you to put your date of birth, your gender, walang address, at walang ID that will have to be verified. So you will receive either a text or a notice from either through your app or through a text message from your telco to go to a site or to go to their app where they will have a feature na kukunan mo ng picture, yung ID mo, passport or LTO license or whatever government issued ID, and then i-upload doon. Once ma-upload, ang gagawin ng telco, i-verify ngayon sa ahensya ng gobyerno whether yung in-upload mo na passport, tunay ba or gawa-gawa lang sa recto or sa avenida at ma-validate. Once ma-validate nila yon, then you will officially be registered.
Ang Secretary, second question ko po is, pwede po bang makatulong ang DICT na buhayin po ang deactivated na prepaid SIM cards para ito ay ma-register po?
Well, napakamura po ng SIM card. I think it's easier for them to just buy a new SIM card and register rather than to reactivate, no? Ang rules kasi ng mga telco, once na hindi ginamit ng matagal ang SIM card, dini-deactivate nila. Once deactivated nila, within a certain period of time, binibigay na ngayon yung number to another subscriber. So, mahirap po, no? Kung i-reactivate nila yun, magkaka-conflict dahil yung number, pag-aari na ngayon ng another subscriber. So, medyo mas magulo. It would be better for them to just, I think, get a new number and register a new number.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Marcel Halili, TV5.
Hi sir, magandang umaga po.
Hello.
Sir, follow up lang po dun sa ginawa natin dun sa mga island. How far are we from nationwide connectivity? Gaano pa po kadami yung mga far-flung areas na kailangan nating lagyan ng mga internet?
Medyo malayo pa po. We have about 30% of our population that is not connected. And considering our more than 7,000 islands, it's going to take a while. Resources, both financial and human resources limitations. No? So, medyo nabawasan po yung budget namin this year. So, medyo siguro our hands are a little bit limited in being able to deploy to more islands and more mountainous communities. But I'm thankful that based on the information we had from Congress, mukhang maaari nilang madagdagan. So, kung madagdagan nila yung budget, mas malawak po ang ating aabutin nitong broadband ng masa project natin.
Sir, ano po yung target natin para...
We cannot do 100% because there are certain islands na, let's say, a handful lang yung tao. In order to set up those equipment and those towers, medyo
Please don't
it doesn't
forget
make
to like
sense,
this
no?
live streaming, mga
Let's say
kababayan.
an
We
island
have
that has
a
10 people or 20
176
people.
na nanonood. Please
Katulad
don't forget
nito,
to like
it's
this
very
live stream
worthwhile.
para ma-upload ko sa
12,000
iba.
ang population niya na walang connection. Na walang connectivity, 12,000. So, ang impact niya napakalaki. So, we're identifying communities like that, a few thousand people na talagang walang connectivity. Dito po, no, we're using combination of generator plus solar. Ngayon, by next year, once na na-activate na yung Starlink at naririto na sa Pilipinas yung operations nila, mas mapapadali po. Dahil instead of building towers, we just have to bring the satellite dishes there. nakita nyo po, no, nung nag-press con ako, ang size po ng Starlink na satellite dish, pwedeng ikarga sa backpack. Pwedeng ikarga sa backpack. So, we can install a solar panel with that, and they will be up and running. It's a plug and play. Saksak mo lang sa power, it will automatically search for the best signal up in the sky, and you have Wi-Fi.
Sir, last na lang po, on other issues, manghingi lang po ako ng update tungkol po dun sa VaxCert. Because I understand meron pong iba na nagtatry na kumuha ng VaxCert from the DOH website, pero hindi pa daw po updated. Kumbaga minsan lumalabas may second booster na sila pero wala pa yung first. Ano po yung nagiging challenges natin dito, and how do we plan to address this, sir?
Yung vaccination certificate, ang ano po natin doon is we're coordinating with the DOH, no? Dahil the software that we're using, which was contracted with the provider, with a third-party provider, technically nag-expire po ng September 30. Prior to that time, we were in talks with DOH na ang dapat po kasi, after DICT has maintained it, we trained people in DOH to do it upang may turnover na namin yung buong sistema sa DOH at sila na magpalakad nun. But we were informed recently by OIC Vergere na yung mga tauhan sa DOH hindi pa handa to accept and to run the system. So, ni-request nila for DICT to continue running the system for them, and in the meantime, until they have the capacity to absorb the system. Then we asked them, okay, so we will continue running it, but we need to renew yung kontrata dahil September 30 nag-expire nun, at tinanong namin DOH, may budget ba kayo so we can continue with the contract. Sabi nila wala. So now, pinasa ulit sa DICT, hindi ho nakaprogram na sa budget namin yung renewal, because we were expecting that by September 30 we would turn it over already to DOH, and they will assume the full operations and responsibility and the funding for that. So now we have found we are in the process of renewing that, and medyo humagila po kami ng pondo para it's an unprogrammed expense, no, that DICT has to assume in order to keep that running. So we're still in that stage, kaya medyo may konting challenge dyan, but we're fixing that.
Okay. Evelyn Quiros, Philippine Mirror.
Good morning.
Hi, Evelyn.
Good morning, Secretary. Yun na-mention niyo po kanina, 30% na lang po yung not connected. Sa buong Pilipinas na po yun.
Opo.
Okay. So, ito pong sinabi niya na broadband ng MASA project, continuation na lang po ba ito o dito lang po sa panahon ni Pangulong Marcos?
Dati po, meron pong ni-launch na free Wi-Fi project during the past administration. Medyo it faced a lot of challenges, no? Maraming areas na nabigyan ng free Wi-Fi, nag-expire ho nung December 2021 yung mga kontrata, at wala pong abiso. Ang nangyari po is nung nag-end ng December 31, 2021 yung supply of the bandwidth, naputol dahil tapos na yung kontrata. At wala akong ginawa na i-renew man lang yung connectivity nun for January of 2022 up to the present. So maraming mga areas po na under the free Wi-Fi project, wala akong deactivated. They are all not live. Andun yung mga equipment, andun yung mga tore, andun yung mga transmitters, pero walang kargang bandwidth dahil hindi po ni-renew ng previous administration yung mga connectivity from January 2022 up to today. So because of that, we need to light up all of those again, no? And we need to program all of those, identify ano ba yung mga areas, because napakarami po na areas na pinatay yung connection because of the expiration of the contract. So we need to turn them on again. But in the meantime, while we're working on that, dahil may existing issues dyan, inumpisa na namin itong broadband ng masa, where we are identifying new areas to set up those equipment and to connect those equipment to a broadband network.
Okay. One follow-up question lang po. Ano po yung basis nung para mapili niyo po yung mga areas? Meron po ba tayong team
Criteria?
or upon request? Opo.
In criteria po, number one, they have to be remote, isolated, GIDA, geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas. So, yun ang priority. Number two is that they have to have a reasonable population. I think at least a few thousand. At least a few thousand. Like as I said here, it's 12,000. But that doesn't prevent us from connecting neighboring islands. To give you an example, etong island na ito is 12,000. But the adjacent island, can you zoom out a little bit? It's out. Okay, you see that tiny island on the south? That is, anong island ba yun? Medyo mahirap po i-pronounce yung mga islands eh. I think that's Pangapuyan Island or Tigtabon Island. Yung population dyan is less than 1,000. Pero dahil napakalapit, dinagdagan na rin namin para umabot na rin. Dahil yung infrastructure na ginamit namin to do that, nandun na nasa Sakol Island na. So, it was just a matter of making an additional receiver and transmitter. So, it's not a hard and fast rule, no? That it has to have that size because, kumbaga, dinamay na namin dahil they are just neighboring islands. So, those two smaller islands were also connected.
Thank you, Sec. Ivan.
Okay.
USEC Chaloy.
Thank you, sir. And we now, if there are no more questions, we can now proceed with PNP Chief Rodolfo Azorin Jr. To talk about yung incident involving Senator Laina de Lima last Saturday. Sir?
Good morning po, Ma'am Sheloy, Sir Ivan, to the members of the Malacañang Press Corps. Thank you for attending today's press conference. Former Senator Laila de Lima has been admitted at the PNP General Hospital since October 10, 2022 due to acute coronary syndrome, costochondritis, and hypertension. Her condition remains stable and is being monitored daily by her attending physician and staff of the PNP-GH. As to the security, she is provided 24-hour security detail. She is undergoing medication and the latest health bulletin will be released at the soonest possible time. Thank you po.
Question? Mali sumali, Jemmy 7.
Good morning. Good morning, Chief PNP, Sir Azorin. Sir, ito pong sinasabi ninyo na acute coronary syndrome or hypertension, was it an effect of what happened to her when she was hostaged, or is this a sickness that she already has for quite a while now?
Ito po, ma'am, ay yung pabalik-balik po na kondisyon ng ating former Senator Laila de Lima po. So, continuous po ang pagmumonitor po ng kanyang health condition.
Na-aggravate po ba ito after she was hostage, considering that you mentioned on Monday that she was somehow traumatized by the incident?
Hindi naman po siguro na-aggravate, ma'am, because the very reason po why she's in the PNP-GH, kasi nga po ay unang-una ay inaayos po yung dati niyang kulungan at hinahanapan po siya ng lilipatan, parang sa ganun ay hindi po niya naaalala kung ano man po yung masamang experience po niya doon sa dati po niyang facility, ma'am.
Maaari po bang malaman, sir, kung hanggang kailan siya mananatili sa ospital? Kasi meron pong binabanggit yung kanyang abogado na mga 5 days daw po. Or will it be more than that?
Ma'am, that would depend po kung ano po yung findings ng ating mga doctors and kung ano po yung i-recommend po nila, ma'am.
So basically, it's her health that will be the determining factor, not because inaayos pa yung lilipatan.
Exactly po, ma'am. Both ways po.
Alright. Sir, pwede pong palinaw lang kasi you mentioned on Monday that the President Bongbong Marcos has already talked to former Senator De Lima through Secretary Ben-Hur. At ang napag-usapan is the President is offering the former Senator to transfer to another facility. Tama po ba na ang facility lang na posibleng lipatan ay yung kay dating Senator Bong Revilla or kay Senator Jinggoy Estrada na naroon din sa loob ng custodial center and not anywhere else outside of that custodial facility?
To my understanding po, not necessarily po na doon lamang po sa facility na yon. But in any siguro na if the senator feels that she is no longer secure in Camp Crame, then maybe she could opt to be transferred to the AFP if there is a facility that could accommodate her. But when I had the chance to talk to Senator De Lima, she manifested that she still prefers to stay with the PNP at the custodial center.
Sir, isa na lang po. Sir Hingan, meron na pong statement ng PNP, but may we just hear it straight from you, sir? Kasi meron pong mga Muslim tayong mga kapatid, na especially the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, na nagrereklamo sila on the use of Muslims referring to criminals or terrorists. Ano po yung inyong masasabi po dito sa mga ganitong pahayag at sila po ay syempre parang nagpapahayag na madalas po ay nadidiscriminate ang mga Muslims when it comes to referring to terrorists or criminals?
Ma'am, we really do apologize for that statement, but we don't. It was not intended po to discriminate anybody po. That's why we made our public apology to Senator Robin Padilla, and we will ensure po na these things will be discussed thoroughly within the PNP organization, and that a better terminology siguro or a better way in identifying po yung mga criminals would be soon used by the Philippine National Police.
Sorry, last. And moving forward, meron po ba kayong pakikipag-ugnayan na sa mga Muslim communities? Because they said that they are willing to coordinate with you para magkaroon po ng awareness, magkaroon po ng mga pag-uusap, dialogues, para mas magkaroon ng sensitivity when it comes to cultural and religious aspects. Magkakaroon po ba ng mga pag-uusap at kailan po natin inaasahan yun?
I expect to be seeing Senator Padilla this afternoon po, so that we can start po yung dialogue po na tinatanong po ninyo.
Okay, Vance Fernandez,
Yes,
please,
sir.
Sergio.
Good afternoon. Good morning pa pala, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. Does the PNP investigation have a conclusive report on what were the glaring issues of security during the De Lima's hostage-taking incident? And could the PNP highlight to us the new security and internal changes to prevent such an incident from occurring again within Camp Crame?
Ma'am, the investigation is ongoing, being conducted by the CIDG po, both on the administrative case against the possible na tao po namin na medyo nagkamali po or naging lax po sa pag-implement po ng security. That's why there was some sort of a breach of security. And definitely po, iniisa-isa po namin na pinag-aaralan po. Ano po ba yung mga kailangan po na i-correct po natin para maiwasan na po natin yung mga pangyayaring ganon. First is we really need to implement po strictly po yun pong mga pumapasok po, yung mga dumadalaw sa mga nakakulong po doon na hindi po sila makakapagdala o makakapagpasok po ng anything that would hurt po anybody inside our jail facility po. At the same time, in the distribution po ng mga pagkain po ng ating mga preso, definitely po is we will no longer allow na mag-isa na lamang po yung nagdi-distribute ng pagkain. So, it would be more on a body-body system. Likewise po, yung masiseparate na rin po siguro yung distribution ng pagkain and yung sunning time po nila. Because during that time, halos nagkasabay po. And then, we would continue rin po na medyo malayo po yung facility ng mga lalaki at saka mga babae po na nakakulong po doon.
Okay.
Sir, how about yung mga utensils? Kasi itong nagiging epekto na nagagawa po nila, na isisilid nila at na itatago, ginagawa po nilang weapon. So, how would you try to control this?
Yun nga po, ma'am, mababago na rin po yun, ma'am, na any object po that would be used to hurt anybody in the facility would definitely no longer be allowed inside the jails, especially po yung magagamit po ng ating mga preso.
Okay, choosing you, DCWB.
Good morning po, General Azurin, sir, and the other
Good morning,
guests.
ma'am.
Ma'am, sir, doon sa nangyaring incident last Sunday, may mga observations po na planado nung tatlong inmates yung kanilang pagtakas. At kayo na rin po ang nagsabi na naka-ready, get up na po sila para makatakas. Kung sakali na nangyari po yung pagtakas nila, nakikita nyo ba na mayroon din silang kasabwat na nasa labas na naghihintay sa kanila? Possible ba na may mga kasamahan na sila sa labas na waiting for them para i-travel sila o itakas na sila palayo sa Campo Crame?
These are possibilities po, ma'am, but I think that's very remote po because I think ito pong mga nag-attempt po na tumakas, they have not seen how wide or yung pong lawak po ng Camp Crame, and definitely po mahihirapan po silang lalabas during that day kasi nga po isa lamang po ang pwede nilang lalabasan, which is the Santolan Gate po. Lahat po ng mga gate ay nakasarado on a Sunday or on a Saturday po.
Isa pang follow-up, sir. Ang PNP Custodial Center, sir, ay mayroon kayong mga inmates na high risk kung tawagin nila. Kasama na nga po itong tatlo na napatay na allegedly ay members ng Abu Sayyaf Group. May hakbang po ba o aksyon ng PNP para i-request kaya na yung ganitong mga high-risk inmates ay malipat sa facility ng Armed Forces of the Philippines considering na terrorist group sila kabilang po?
Ma'am, definitely po that would be one of the recommendations that the PNP would be doing po because the very reason that's why we have detainees inside Camp Crame is that some courts gives the order that these particular criminals who are facing criminal charges have to be detained inside Camp Crame. Otherwise, the PNP would not allow or would not accept anybody kasi personally po is hindi naman po talaga dapat trabaho ng pulis yung nagbabantay ng mga bilanggo po.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you po, PNP Chief Azurin, and we will accommodate 2 questions for other matters. Madasal Halil, TV5.
Hi ma'am, magandang umaga po. Ma'am, meron pong paglilinaw na ginawa yung Chinese Embassy. Sinabi po nila na hindi naman daw kasama ang Pilipinas dun sa blacklist ng mga for Chinese tourists. Kasunod po ito na naging pahayag ni Senator Subiri kahapon na blacklisted na pala yung Pilipinas. Ano po ang masasabi ng Malacañang dito? Is this somehow a relief na merong ganitong clarification from the Chinese Embassy?
Nakita na natin yung paglilinaw nga ng Chinese Embassy at nag-post na rin sila ng official statement nila sa kanilang social media accounts. And we share the sentiment of the Chinese Embassy in the Philippines that tourism is an important facet to our relationship. And we look forward to continuing with that relationship as we continuously welcome our friends from China. And we anticipate more of them to come in the months and years ahead.
Ma'am, panghuli na lang po, ano po yung direktiba ni President Bongbong Marcos tungkol po dito sa Pogo industry, considering na parang pinaguhugutan po kasi siya ng iba't ibang mga issues?
Of course, the President is closely monitoring this. And as far as the President concerned, ang PNP po ang in charge dito sa usapin na ito.
Alvin Baltasar, Radyo Pilipinas.
Good morning, Secretary. Bago na lang yung kay Colonel Paspas later siguro. Secretary, ano pong reaction ng Palas doon sa report na 9 out of 10 Filipinos are alarmed over fake news?
Ito po ay isang seryosong bagay na tututukan ng OPS. Kaya nga ngayon, sir, meron kaming mga programa na i-lay down in the coming days. We will let you know. Kasi gusto rin talaga natin na ma-address itong mga problema ng fake news.
Okay. There's another question?
Kay Colonel Paspas. Sir, hindi po ba kayo natakot ng nalantad yung itsura nyo sa TV since very high profile yung na-neutralized and on the part of the PNP, meron po bang tayong ginawa habang para at least kailangan pa ba ng security ni Colonel Paspas, sir? Kay Colonel Paspas po muna.
Sir, hindi ko rin talaga alam kung anong sagot, sir. Dahil matagal na akong natakot, sir. So, siguro part ng trabaho naman ito. Yan sigurong puhunan ko rito na trabaho lang. Kung matatakot pa tayo, di paano pa tayo magtrabaho. Thank you, sir.
Pero on the part of your family, sir, di ba kayo natatakot para sa family?
Salamat, sir, sa concern.
Okay, maraming salamat po, DICT Secretary Ivan Uy, PNP Chief General Rodolfo Azulin at USEC Cheloy Villacaria Garafil at Mr. Police Colonel Mark Pespes. Maraming salamat, Malacañang Press Corps.
Sa Diyos na may pagtitiwala, pinagtagumpayan ng kapayapaan.